This next recipe is a soup. One of the reasons that it's great for weight loss is that it's relatively low carb, but it's super tasty and it's got that satiety involved because it's got the really good quality fat, so it has some substance behind it. Now, I know practically every recipe that I've been doing so far includes coconut, but it's for a reason. Not only is it powerful for weight loss, but it's antiviral, anti-parasitic, antimicrobial, so really good if you want to boost the immune system as well. So first steps, I'm just going to turn on the hob onto a low heat and then chuck in the first bits of ingredients. So I'm going to put in 1.5 cups of water, and then I'm going to put in the coconut milk. Coconut is a very stable product, and it's one of the things where if you're going to scrimp and you don't want to spend too much, then coconut, it's a very stable fat, and also because the coconuts are so high, it's almost impossible to spray them, so they're not exposed to as many toxins, so herbicides and pesticides. So it's one that actually, I would say, if you're not going to go organic, coconut's the safest one to go for. And then you've got some lemongrass stalks. These are fresh, but you can probably also get dried ones. Some galangal. Again, this is actually powdered rather than fresh, so the opposite way around. But you can get this in all sorts of forms, but for the sake of this, it's quite commonly used in Thai cooking, and it's got a sort of quite a pungenty, almost gingery taste and smell to it. And then chilies. Now, chilies I've used quite a bit in these recipes, all in context with losing weight, because it boosts metabolism because of the heat generated, so it burns more calories. Now, you want to slice these quite finely. And then simply pop those in. Now, one thing I need to remember is to wash my hands after this, because there's just nothing worse than forgetting you've been chopping chilies and then you rub your eye, and it's terrible. Another typical Thai ingredients are kaffir lime leaves. So I'm going to just pop in 6 of those. One really good benefit of these, aside from the nutrient contents of the lime leaves themselves, is just it's really good to experiment with new flavours. Stimulates the appetite, stimulates metabolism. So I'm just going to turn the temperature up a bit, let that simmer for a while, like a minute or 2. So once you've got the coconut simmering, oh, smell that. It just has a mixture of being able to smell really healthy and yet also enough that it's satisfying. So for this soup, I'm actually going to use chicken, but you could also use prawns. Another really easy thing, because you can get some raw prawns and keep them in the freezer and then just defrost them a bit beforehand. If you are doing the 7-day detox, then not to use prawns or chicken. You could maybe add in a kind of sweet potato or something to make it a little bit more filling. But for the sake of this, this is just some sliced up organic chicken. So you just add that in there, make sure that it's still simmering away. And then I'm also adding mushrooms. Mushrooms are really good because it's actually a very low calorie food. Even though calories, I don't really want to concentrate on calories because it's more about the effect that the food has on various systems in the body, your endocrine. But mushrooms are nice, they're quite filling, and they're really good to put into soups as well. But this is lots and lots of mushrooms in here, but it's going to soak up the coconut milk and the spices. So we want the chicken to be nicely cooked through, but not so cooked that the chicken ends up being dry. Okay, so that's been going now for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to check that chicken is cooked through. You don't want it to be even remotely pink in the middle, so that's perfect. I'm going to take it off the heat, and then I'm going to add 2 more things. Firstly, I'm going to add some lime. This is about 2.5 tablespoons of lime. And then I'm going to add some fish sauce. Fish sauce kind of replaces salt. It's regularly used in Thai, and it's that kind of Japanese umami taste. It just gives that extra bite. And I use this quite regularly actually. When you're tasting something and it tastes a bit bland, sometimes fish sauce can really bring it out. So I've added in the lime and I've added in the fish sauce, and that's pretty much it. So you just need to taste the soup. Yeah, it's got that kind of healthy, clean taste together with the richness from the coconut milk. And then the chicken and the mushroom will give it that solid bite. Because quite often, I don't know about you, but you need the feeling of actually chewing to feel like you're really getting a whole meal rather than just a soup. The tendency is that people have soup and they feel like they need to have toast or bread or something to chew that's crunchy alongside it. That's why this is a really good wholesome soup. So it's got everything. It's got the bite from the mushrooms and the chicken, and then it's got the good quality Thai sauce. So now it's just serving up the soup. Because I use the powdered galangal, it actually has a slightly brown colour to it, but don't let that put you off because it's super tasty all the same. I'm just going to sprinkle some coriander, and this is a great main meal, and personally I think the best way to finish this off is with a couple of bits of nice dark chocolate.